Hello, Hello guys, I'm Tom and I'm the Sports and Societies Officer, and one of my roles is that I'm in charge of the college gym. So now I'm going to give you a quick video induction if you can make one in person. So the first rule of the gym is before you come in, you've got to quickly sanitize your hands using the pump there. And when you come in, you'll see the gym's been split out into different marked zones. If you come over here. Now, the main rule of the gym, to keep everyone socially distant and safe, is that you're only allowed one person in a marked zone at a time. So all 2 metre distant, and that keeps everyone safe. And another rule is that every time you use a piece of equipment, for example, if I was to use these dumbbells and touch them, then I would then have to go to the cleaning station, get some blue roll and some Sunny 4-in-1 spray, spray that onto the blue roll, and then wipe down everything that I've used and put it back where it belongs. Again, this is just to keep everyone safe, and we might get some wipes later on in the year, so that's going to be cool. And then once you've done with this, just put it into the lidded bin so the germs can't escape from a regular one. I don't really know why we use it. And another rule is that if you want to use the fountain, you can only use it for a bottle, you can't use it for your mouth, obviously. Okay, so the first piece of equipment we're going to talk about is the treadmill. You've got 2 treadmills currently available, each of them in a little marked box, and there's only one of every 2 is in use, just to keep you socially distant and safe. If you want to use a treadmill, the first thing you've got to do is attach the safety clip to some of your clothes so that if you fall off, you don't hurt yourself too much. And then you just press the green go button, as you'd expect, and then you can increase the speed and the incline over here and over here. Go. Okay, it's going now. Now you start slowly, you can build it up. And then, if I was to fall off, then the safety clip comes off and it just stops the machine like that, so you don't hit your face on it and it tears your face off or anything, which is good. So the second piece of equipment we're going to talk about is the leg press. Now, to use the leg press, the first thing you want to do is set the seat so that you can get in and put your feet on the plate comfortably. So you shouldn't feel too tight in this position, you should feel comfortable. And then using this style, you select where you want to put the weight, and then you just push out until your legs are just about straight but not quite, and then come back. We don't straighten our legs to keep less pressure on the knees and help keep your joints safe. Now we're going to talk about the bike. So to use the bike, again, you just want to set where you want the seat to be so that you can comfortably put your feet on the pedals without feeling too stretched at the bottom, again to help save your knees. Once you're here, there's buttons here so you can choose the level you want to use and if you want to stop the machine, and it's pretty intuitive. So the next station is the bench press. So when you're using the bench press, the number 1 rule is that because there's only one person in any marked zone, you can't have a spotter, so make sure that you're using a weight that you can handle. And if you can't handle it, and the weight gets stuck, to get out of this, you want to simply just try to roll it down your body and just drop it on the floor. And then you can re-rack it as you like. So in this middle section, you can do a lot of things. So we've got a bench, a dip rack, a foam roller and an ab wheel. So when you're using this station, you want to choose one piece of equipment and stick to that. Once you've done that, you want to just move it to the middle of the station and move everything else out of the way so that you can use it. Again, this is to make sure that everyone's distant and safe. And if you want to use the bench and you want to change the height, you just lift this up, move it to where you want it, and you can reset the bench. So our second last piece of equipment is the pulleys. So when you want to use this, you can either use the pull-up bars or the cables. If you want to use the cables, simply select your weight on here. You've got the kilograms on the right and the pounds on the left. And choose your attachment. So we've got these up here. You just put them onto the cabina and then you can use that safely. If you can't quite reach the handles normally, what I would suggest is that you just get one of these plates, put it on the floor, and then that'll help you to reach it safely. And make sure you wipe down the weights afterwards. So the last piece of equipment we have is the squat rack. If you want to use the squat rack first, choose what exercise you want to do. So do you want to use the bench and maybe do like some incline press, or do you want to squat or deadlift? If you want to use the bench, you can just easily adjust the height to where you want it, or if you don't want to use the bench, then you can just move it out of the way to wherever you want it. This is where I put it, but if you've got somewhere better, go for it. And then you can use the squat bar as you normally would safely, or you can deadlift in this area here. If you want to squat in the rack, you can do that as well, that's fine. And then you've got the safeties that will catch the weight if you drop it. Remember to wipe down the bar after you've used it and stay safe.